Good morning, track fans! How you going, everyone? And we are live, yes. Let's get a chat up so we'll see what's going on. Yes, there I am. I'm on the screen. I can see myself. It's all good. Get rid of that echo for a start. Sorry about that, guys. I wonder, actually. Let me just check something out. Check. Who knows, man? It's all new to me. And here you go, Daz. Got myself a new tippy mug with a lid and an off switch. So turn it off, knock it over, no problem. So anyway, good morning, everyone. And if you're just tuning in to watch now, you're joining me, Pete Brown, on Sunday Slot Car Sessions Live. We're here every Sunday, bringing some slot car action right to your TV, phone, tablet, or whatever, however means you watch this madness. Well, we've got a good show for you today, everyone, so don't be disappointed. Do stick around. This does give you your a good setup for the day, whatever your plans are. This does help because, you know, we never have enough time for slot cars in our daily lives, as you know, it's come out in the last couple of weeks because of work, of staff, of health. Not mine, some other people's, but generally it's it gets in the way. So I think 7:30 on a Sunday morning, some people challenge me about the time, but I'm telling you now, if I did it at 3 in the afternoon, you'd be like, oh Pete, why are you doing it at 3? I've got to go for carvery, got to go for lunch, I've got to go and mow the grass, there's a break in the rain, got to do something. So you know, I think 7:30's a good plan. I've moved the wide angle camera. I'm over here, look. I'm over here. So we wouldn't have bought a new cable in the week, so we're back to a sort of stable-ish show, which is going to be good. Got lots of people in the chat already. I think I saw Albert pop in somewhere before. Let's backtrack a bit. I want to spend a bit of time in the chat because we haven't had it for a couple of weeks while I've been learning the new software. But watch this. Boosh! Daz is on the screen. Yeah, like it. Okay, I think we should have a go at making these a little bit bigger, actually. How did that? No, it looks okay, actually. No, it looks good. Let's see, that looks right. Awesome. Okay, so Daz is in, Rob is in. Good morning, everyone. Harry's here. He's awake. Check him out. Good morning. Roger's in. Did anyone see Roger on his epic mission last night? He did a live stream with some unboxing. I won't spoil it for you, but all I'm going to say is the blue one is definitely for me. Now, there was a nice bit of banter in the inner circle of trust for those slotted cars. So what I did was I screenshotted it and I sent it to Maurizio. And Maurizio's come back and said, "Ciao, Pita." In the way he does, of course. We have great banter. And he says, Pete, it's not the half of it. He goes, we've still got some stuff coming out. Stuff coming out this year. I wrote back and said, what, this year? I mean, seriously, it's like the end of November. You best get your skates on. Anyway, so that was pretty cool. I do like Maurizio, you know, Maurizio and Simon Owen as well, you know, Simon Owen and the guys behind these guys, obviously. You know, ciao, Marcus, you're right. I know you're watching this back. Because they're involved. They turn up on live streams, they make comments, or they interact with you on WhatsApp. They're really good. They are the best, I think. Not to take it away from any of the other brands or manufacturers or anything like that. But these guys, although they do super cool and innovative products, slot cars, technology, scenery, whatever it is, they interact with their customers. And for me, being like sales and marketing for 20 years, interaction from your customers is everything, because it's like real lifetime market feedback. They're going to tell you if you do a bad job. They're going to tell you if you do a good job. So best listen. Anyway, there you go. Morning, Fox and Walls. How you going? You all right? Evening. I love it because it's 4:30 over there already. Reese, there you go, my friend. Good morning. I haven't seen you in a while. Good to have you back. Slot Track Racers here. And Mark Petch is in, of course. Good morning, Mark. He's been up for it. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking. Rob's in. Deleon. So, good morning. Good evening, Rob. Sorry, I beg your pardon. And I hope you're well, my friend, up in the hills. Are you out in your little kind of, what do we call it? Man cave, man area, man garage? Well, it could be called a lady garage, a lady whatever, but Rob, last time I checked, was the man's man. And he's still got all his hair. Legend. Oh, Albert is here. Good morning, Alb. You're right, fella. How you doing, my friend? What are you up to anyway? You've got a wobbly tooth. Oof. Do not show your dad that wobbly tooth because he's unfair and he will literally try and take that out of your mouth while you're looking at it. I'm telling you, he'll be like, here, Albert, what's that over there? And he'll pull it out, like, and you won't know what's happened. Not a chance. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got Evening Bryce. How you doing, mate? What are you up to? And Richie is down at... Are you in Las Vegas or are you just watching this show, Rich? What are you up to there? Let us know there if you're watching it or are you actually there? Because I've got a feeling you're there. I think you was there last year as well and in the show. Brilliant. And then, of course, I did see you sneak in here. Hang on a second. Let me get his original post here. Good morning. Look who's here. We've got Pat. Anyone seen his video this week? My God, he's got a battle on. Pat's got a battle on, everyone. Don't know what I'm talking about. Go and watch it. I'm not going into it because we've got a show to do, haven't we, Pat? Yeah. Keep tuned, Pat. I think you're going to like something a bit later. Oh, I love it. And good morning, track fans. Slotar's in the house. Did anyone see his video last night? He's took one for the team. He's took one for the team and opened a can of worms. Have that can of worms. He's only gone on to BlueSky and it decided to tackle the algorithm. Well, to be honest with you, if there was a man for the job, it would be Slotar because he does that for a day job, all this coding and programming business. Very clever guy. So, yeah, and just as a caveat for anyone who might be going on to BlueSky, it's a bit glitchy apparently. So it's not. So what Dave's doing? Watch his video. It'll make more sense. I'm not going to go into it here because it's like proper techno buff, and and the last time I was in techno buff, well, it's a family show. I just noticed talking of family shows. Good morning, Mum. Good morning, Rich. There he is. But anyway, no. What I was saying was they got this ability to have like this feed thing, where if you click on that feed thing, slot cars, which also incorporates Scalextric. If you use those two hashtags, slot cars, Scalextric, in your posts on BlueSky, that is, then it will automatically be dragged into that feed. So if you follow that feed, all you're going to get is just slot car stuff, no adverts, just slot car stuff, no politics, just slot car stuff, definitely no religion, slot car stuff. And it's a nice place to be. But what I did say was it is glitching because it's not picking up any of my profiles, Track Fans TV, or any of my other ones. And it's also intermittent with Daz Hall. So there are glitches to it. So if you're doing posts and you're not being picked up in this feed, do not go after Slotar, go after BlueSky. So there's a problem there. Now, how long do we say a problem is an acceptable problem. What do you reckon, Dave? I mean, I know it's like putting your finger in the air. Yes, that's right. So what he's saying is he's only going to take one for the team if we can all be responsible, grown-up behaviour, grown-up people on there, which is fair. Which is fair. I think all of the posts and people that I've seen on there so far have been, above board. I did get trolled. I must admit, I have been trolled. But like I've taught everyone here, just block them and move on with positivity. Because what bullies want is a reaction. And if you give them one, they'll get more bullying. So just block it, move on. So, so there are teething problems there. But I don't know if it is what Dave says, and it's a very unique feed that has no ads and is only slot car stuff, it's a good place to be. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. No way, Pat. I'm not spitting no coffee because I've got the lid on. I nearly went like this and realised the lid was open. That would have just went mad. Yeah, here we go. It's coming up here. Right now, BlueSky is not liking Nico. Oida, slot car dude. Yesterday or 2 days, it's ignored Daz. It's ignored me for about a week now. So we'll have a look at that in the future. I will do, Roger. I understand. Yeah, sound. I know what that's for. We've discussed this, guys, this super chat here. We've discussed this off air last night or this morning. I can't even remember. So I will action that for you, Roger. No problem. I don't know if there's any money laundering going on in that transaction there. You know, if you're like washing your money through me to a destination, I have no idea. I saw that on Miami Vice. That's it. That's right. They've put my feed with the greyhound and the horses, because horse food, Albert, if you don't know, is known as feed. They call it horse feed, not horse food. So they're saying they've put my feed is clearly in the trash. Oh. Yeah, you're welcome, Pat, mate. You are welcome. Anyway, let's crack. So, Albert, who is Maurizio? Who's Maurizio? Maurizio is the nicest guy on the hobby, mate. I tell you. He's the man, Albert, who invented, owns, runs a company called Slot It. Never far away from a Slot It boxing here, people. Okay, Albert, there you go. That's the Slot It brand. There you go. So Slot It, he makes these slot cars. And let's give you some Slot It highlights, shall we? Oh, there's a Slot It. Look, that's one type of Slot It. There you go, Mazda. See Daz Hall's breaking out in sweats right now. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. And then I'm not going to go through them all. Don't worry, everyone. There's another Slot It car, Albert. This is a Porsche 962C. Lovely. Right, cool. Oh, yeah, there you go. And Polycar. Yes. Well done. And while we're at it, here's a Polycar, Albert. That's a Polycar. There you go. And then get you another Polycar to have a look at. They do these really sort of like, they're doing these budget ones now. So you and me can afford to buy a car, Albert. So they got these ones like this. And they come in all different colours. And I've printed out some stickers for mine just to jazz it up a bit and turn it into a bit of a Napa touring car. Look at that. Yes. From zero to hero. Who thought? Who knew? So that's that. Yeah, got lots of Polycar track. It's up on the shelf. I see Doug is with us. Good morning, Doug. That is it. Pat saying hello, Doug. Awesome stuff. No. It's BlueSky is a competitor to X. So if you're into that kind of fast-flowing, informative bulletin posting, then that's where you got to go. Basically, the long and short of it is that a lot of people don't like Elon Musk anymore. I don't know why. It's personal preference. So because they can't fathom being anywhere near Elon Musk, because that's how society is nowadays. They've created another version of X called BlueSkies, where people can go and have a different type of conversation, one that suits their own personal views. That's literally it. It's a choice platform. But as with all things, it's a new platform. You don't know how it's going to perform. And, in business, it's about being first. So, yeah. So that's what BlueSkies is. So, YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Facebook, which incorporates Instagram. From a content creator's point of view, I call Facebook and Instagram the same thing, because when you do a post on Facebook, you find out it can be posted onto Instagram, so it's easy. So though YouTube, Facebook, which incorporates Instagram, and TikTok are the three that I predominantly use, and I hardly use Facebook and TikTok anyway. I've got to get sharper on this in the new year. Yeah, gonna have a go on that. So yeah, so it really is just the competitor to X, and it's doing very well. I've got to say, it's actually got a lot of momentum. I think Dave said something like, what was it, like 10 users a second or something? It's like crazy. Dave, what's the stats on BlueSky at the moment? It's taken off. I love it. It's like talking about expectations anyway. So tell me, what have you guys got going on your desk at the moment? Are you actually working on a project right now? Or do you have something, or you just literally sat back with a coffee watching old Red Eyes here because it's still early? Or are you thinking, sky's the limit for the day, we can get out into the wide world and do some slot cars? I've got some filming to do today. Seriously, I cannot wait. Generally, though, I've figured out some new stuff. Where is, oh, yeah, here we go. Right, so I've got, oh, yeah. I've got the ability to put things on the screen. Like I can flop up some F1 cars. Who's watching F1 today? Wrong way. Oh dear. See, I can take that off. I can get rid of that. Take them cars down. I do have a cool dog. I do have a cool dog thing though. Look, check out the dog. There's the dog. Let's see the dog in the corner here. Ah, there you go. Flying dog now. This is going nowhere, is it? Okay. Right. We're there or thereabouts caught up with the comments. So yeah, it's a cute dog, huh? I got some other stuff, but probably not going to put them on. Oh, in here, hang on. Let's talk. We could talk tracks, but I could save it for track focus. Check that out. I've got a track popping up in the screen now. I'm going to practice with it. I'm going to get more slick with it, honestly. Okay. Right. So let's get into it then. Let us. Um, already. Let's give that a second. Just trying to sort out why that's not working. Okay. Oh, I see. Right. Let me stick. Oh, that's interesting. Sorry, guys, bit of break in the fluidity here. The camera I want has just gone down. All right, we're just going to go with that. We're just going to go with that. Here we go. Right, sorry about that. Just trying to get it to look amazing. And, yeah. Oh, sugar. Right, sound. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. Just everything's falling apart. Your computer is lagging. Yeah, Albert, my computer was lagging as well before the show, which was why I had to do a reboot. Yeah, sound. Thanks, Rog. You can always rely on Roger, can't you, to you know, just say it as it is. Okay. I want to put the comments on the screen, and I haven't set it up. I will set it up. I can do this. Chat. Global. Okay. Chat global. Talk amongst yourselves, guys. It's going to be fine. Chat. I'm slicker at this now. Huh? I think that might be it. Let's test it. Right, we're moving forward without the chat on the slides. I'll come back and I'll go into some comments here and there as we go along. So, as we do at the start of the session, we shout out. Where's that on? Just ungroup. Just right. Good. Now I've got it how I want it to be. Right, there you go. Excellent. Right, track fans. Let's do a shout out to the young track fans while we're here. Right, Slot Track Racer. I will catch you in a bit, my friend. Have a good one. The mic guy. Don't forget my stuff, says Tara. I have mentioned it to Ian. Yeah, no, you don't want to get told off by Tara. You are in big trouble, Dougie. Big trouble. Look at that. You will be in trouble. Right then. So, unbelievable. Here we go. Right, from the top. Albert in the chat. Good morning, mate. How you doing? Wilfie. Woof. Did you guys get any snow, actually, Albert? Let me know in a minute. So, Lewis, good morning. Eleanor, good morning. Liam in Canada, good morning. Elisa, good morning. Lewis B, good morning, mate. How you doing? Rowan, happy birthday for this week. Yes. Rowan, it was your birthday. Man alive. Slotar managed to keep you alive for a year. Brilliant. So well done, Slotar, for being a proper dad. And well done, Rowan, for showing him how to be a dad. Because none of us really know, do we? It's just it happens when you come along and show us what we don't know and actually what we need to think about, like leaving knives near the edge of the counter or forgetting to put the little plugs into the open plug sockets on the wall. All of that jazz. I remember all of that from when the kids were young. Nightmare situations. So happy birthday, Rowan. Happy birthday. All right. Good morning, Arlo. Good morning, Ruben. He's been in the chat this week. Legend. Good morning, Sasha. I don't know if you're watching this over in Houston, but good morning. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning, Mia. Mia's got a new channel, everyone. Conquest Gaming or something like that going on where they're doing board games. What I'll do is I'll ask Rahul if I can link up the channel to that in the description of this after the show. Awesome. Good morning, Elliot. Good morning. Oh, I've done that one. Good morning, Cameron. Good morning. Excellent. Rowan had a good day, says Slotar. And good morning, Leo in Nottingham. Good morning, Charlotte. Good morning, Mason and Owen and Jackson in LA. Good morning to you guys. Good morning, Olivia here in Northamptonshire. Georgie Boy in Oxfordshire. Good morning, Leighton up in Pendle. And Jacob, the man, the myth, the legend from North Staffs. Awesome. He's going to be racing. I reckon he's going to be in the WEC Rock Bull event on the 7th and 8th of December. 2 weeks to go. No. Yes, 2 weeks to go. Because already, you know what's coming, don't you? Already we are in pole position for the winter slot car market. And that is going to be totally sick. Conquest Lair. Oh, Rahul! He's in here. Nice one. How you doing, fella? You all right, mate? I still haven't watched the game between you and Joe, but Sunday is normally my day of chill out. I have a little bit of a morning. We'll go dog walking, do some stragglings of shopping, and then a little bit of research and development, which for me is relaxing. So I will be figuring out a couple of bits on here. Because obviously the last thing I want to happen is the dog to pop up every now and again and get in my way, you know. These old dogs, who thought it? Yeah. So the winter slot car market is coming up. Get in there. We're going to be there. We've got a table there. Julie and Mark have said got a table. They said they didn't have a table, but they're going to squeeze me on somewhere in there. I think probably a wise place to put me would be near where you're planning to have that thing near Slot Track Scenic's old space, because that's going to draw a lot of noise and attention, and quite frankly, so do I normally. So if you want to just put all the noise and attention in one little area, like a little breakout space of safety where people can sort of go take a wide berth or be right in the action, then that's where I think Track Fans TV merch store should be. Oh. Just realised it's up here if you want to know. Old Mac was in touch on the old school attack yesterday asking a bit about stuff. So, yeah, it's all good. That's going on next week. And we will be there 10 o'clock till 4 o'clock. That's 6 hours. You can literally get rid of all of your spare money there. No problem at all. And if you want to help, I'm offering a Brewster's Millions kind of service where I'll come in and wax all your cash for you. And like, buy up that, get that one in, have a little hoover up on that one, buy that one, you need that one. That's a good deal. So I'm going to be there offering a shopping service as well. That being said, if anyone overseas is seeing some stuff that they want to be a part of, that they want me to look out for, quite happy to have a little look out, see if we can find some stuff for you guys. Rahul, you know, De Leon. It's still a big mystery whether Nico's going to turn up or not. We don't know. There's some mutterings out there. We could get this little rumour going. Will Nico go? Won't he go? You'll never know until the day. Yeah, so proper. And then shenanigans. There's always shenanigans in this hobby. Some good shenanigans, some bad shenanigans, but there is, you can bet your bottom dollar on it, there is shenanigans going on all the time. On screen, off screen shenanigans. And that's what we do on Thursday, bi-weekly slot car shenanigans. Now, I wasn't there for the last one. Joe, Iris Carreras, stepped up like the boss that he is and took it on. He took it on well. It was great. Good morning, Cribbit. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you popping in there. Oh, genius. Oh, I've just figured something out. This is going to make life a lot easier. Oh, this is good. Pete, you need a picture of my cockapoo. Yeah, indeed. What I need... Well done. I've got a whole list of things that I need to have in the thing so I can pop them up on the screen as I'm talking. Literally, I got a whole catalogue of some. In fact, that's a good thing, right? In the chat, right? Tell me, tell me. I love an interactive bit of TV. Tell me what you think. And keep it clean. All right, let me just caveat that. Keep it clean. I don't want to bar you, and my blue spanners are patrolling the live chat, ready to pounce and put you in the sin bin if you come up with any, if you're not got any decorum. So let me know what kind of funny images you think would be hilarious to pop up and in what situations. So if, for instance, the obvious one in the room, which I haven't got and I should have, is if you tell me something in the chat that I don't know about, like slot car related or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, that is a great idea. Can I have the light bulb pop up above my head or something, like to indicate that I've just had a great idea. Well, it wasn't my idea, but I've just cottoned on to your great idea. That would be hilarious. So a ton of stuff. Let's Ian is not, I tell you what, I need to see this because I didn't think Ian was that easily shocked. I tell you what, it's getting warm in here. Hang on. Yeah, it's getting warm in here. But just take this off a second. Yes. Yeah, she does that. She does that easily, Pat. Just totally. She just says hello and someone's embarrassed, normally me. But that's what we're doing on shenanigans. We're getting shenanigans on the go again this week. I'm gonna have 2 shenanigans set up. I'm gonna have one on this software and one Loctite ready to go on the old software. So if it doesn't work out as I want it to, or it needs to, and it's costing momentum on the show, and it's not fair to do it on that show because it's a dual show. It's Rahul and I's show, which means I've got to kind of like, it's got to be show, it's got to be good, or at least semi-good. So we haven't discussed the topic for that. We'll probably, I've got a great idea, actually. I'm going to write it down now because I never remember these great ideas. And Rahul shouts at me. He doesn't shout at me. He's very kind. Shenans. Right. Cool. Definitely got a hot topic for this Thursday. I've just written it down. That's going to make life easy when we're working out the show. Right, so please do tune in on Thursday. We're going live on Track Fans TV from 9:30 UK, 4:30 Eastern, 5:30 EU, and sometime at horrific o'clock or whatever in the Australian regions. Oh, we did have our first viewer and commentator from Singapore, I might add. So welcome aboard, Mr. Singapore. And just shout out as well to Road Tramp Stu, who always watches in the back. He doesn't comment a lot, but I did want to just mention to him Good morning to you, mate. And anyone else who is watching in the background but not actually active in the live chat, good morning to you guys. It's all of you guys that make the show what the show is. So I really appreciate that. And that is Sunday Slotcast Sessions, what you're watching right now every week with me, Pete Brown. If you do like what you're seeing, please hit the like button for me. Maybe go a little bit further and subscribe. It does help and it gets the word out there. The on the street, beat the street. We want Slotcast Sessions to go and grow and gather momentum because, you know, it's an information channel for you guys. It's a release for me to get rid of all of this craziness. So then Mrs. Brown has a nice, streamlined, easy day without me going all day long or hypo and stuff. Right, so there is going to be some banter this week on Slotcast Shenanigans. Right, okay, so a quick update as well. And some of you have been following the storyboard on this. It's just a bit of fun, okay? So some people are like, what are you on about? I don't get it. Bugatti. What's that? It's just a laugh, all right? So I made up a story, right? I'm just going into my imagination because that's what slot car hobby is about. It's not... Some people use it as a way to be technical and learn stuff. I use it as a way to just have outrageous fun and make stuff up and create scenes and smash into the figures with the cars and bring down bridges. And, oh, that's a great idea. Hang on. So I just got to write it down, man. My forgetfulness is kicking in. Right, so what we had was I couldn't make the show Shenanigans the other week, and I put out a short video, a comical video of me tracking down the stolen Bugatti, the rare Bugatti, stolen from wherever, I don't know, let's call it the LA Slot Car Museum. I tracked it, it got instantly infiltrated. This is the story, okay? So it got instantly exfiltrated. No, it got smuggled out. That's the word I'm looking for, because you don't exfiltrate a thing, you exfiltrate a person. It got smuggled out of the country. It went over to Europe, deep down Serbia or around those Eastern Bloc regions. So I tracked it down. I got my gun out. I went on a mission, James Bond. I got them in my sights. They put down a load of fire. It was a struggle. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go and watch Slot Car Shenanigans on Conquest Racing Club's channel from a week and a half ago, and it'll make sense. It's the opening gambit. You'll see what's going on. Well, anyway, Doug and Ian were over in America last week, so I said to them, can you keep an eye out, because we've got intel that the Bugatti's been moved around a bit to shake MI6's trail. So yeah, they got one out, and it wasn't the exact one. They thought they saw it, but they hadn't. It was a very close replica. It was a fake. So we've discarded that, and we believe that it actually gone from America up to Canada. And what you can see there is Iris Carrera and Jen. They were out in the woods tracking it recently. They've got guns, they've got high-vis vests on, the full camouflage works. So they've been out there tracking it in the northern regions of Canada. I do have good authority, though, from the guys on the ground up there, that it might have been smuggled back out of the country. I'm not sure where it's gone. So, Albert, if you have any idea on your network where this... See you later, Rahul. Take it easy, mate. Where this might have gone, please do let me know. All right? So that's where we're up to. The Bugatti is moving around. The thieves are trying to keep it undercover. Albert, let me know if you've heard of anything, and any other young track fans out there, if you've got any Bugatti information, where it might be in the world. It'd be an interesting thing to do. I think actually it might have reached a part of my track. I've got to do a little setup later and see if I can do a storyline to bring up update. Yeah, leave that one with me. Anyway, so that's what the Bugatti story is all about, everyone. So hopefully I haven't lost everyone in that, but it's just a bit of fun. And that's all the hobby is about, having fun and playing toys and imagining, you know, just having a laugh. Like, everyone's so serious all the time. But I tell you what, it does bring me great pleasure and pride in bringing. We haven't had this in a few weeks, actually. We haven't had it in a few weeks where we bring you a hobby store focus. So we had the last one we did was the model shop here. Then before that, we had the guys over in like out on the East Coast. His name evades me. I tell you, it absolutely evades me. So sorry about this. However, let's move on to today's model shop recommendation. So here we go, guys. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So we got Malk's Models, not to be confused with Mac, but Malk's Models is good. This is in Ilkeston, over in. So I'm just reading some of the comments. You're on a thin line, Tara. Malk's Models up in Ilkeston. This is in Derbyshire, right in the middle of the country. So if you're south of the Midlands, where I am in Northamptonshire, you've got the model shop. If you're North Midlands, sort of just south of the Pennines almost, you have got Malk's Models. Now, this guy does it all. He does. Good morning, Lionel. Good morning, George. How you doing? Oh, George. How you doing, my friend? Hang on. Let me just give you a wave. How you doing, buddy? You all right? Nice to see you. You got your dad watching with you as well, pal? Or are you just watching yourself, playing some track, having some breakfast? Good on you, mate. Stay tuned. It's we're talking about model shops at the moment, which is pretty cool. All right, let me get rid of that comment as well here. Why have we got Pat's comment on the screen? All right, there you go. All right, we've got rid of that now. So Malk's Models, I've not been here, but I think the next time I go up to Aid's slot car shed, I definitely think we should have a little trip down there, guys. Go and see if we can have a look at what Malk's got and see if there's anything we need for our own tracks and setups. That's going to be good. We definitely want to do that. Should we take a look inside since we're here? Look, I've got my on authority. Look at the size of this model shop. Now, guys, it's not often like you saw the size of the one in Northampton. I thought that was a big model shop, considering modeling is, very. It's not limited, but it's not mainstream anymore, which is something that I'd love to make it be. Love to make it be a little bit more mainstream. But it is what it is. So as you can see, he's got a load of Carrera going on there. Carrera boxes, Carrera stuff. I would have no shadow of a doubt that he's got Scalextric in there. What else he's got, I don't know. But maybe, just maybe, if Aid was passing, he might be able, or Cozzy, BMK 118, Aid Slot Car Shed, or Cozzy BMK 118. Definitely 2 YouTube channels to subscribe to there, everyone. They live in this town. This is their manor, as they say. So they're going to hopefully drop in whenever it is appropriate to drop in there, maybe, and give us a little look, maybe take some sort of photo. Or Malk, let's not assume Malk might be watching this literally as we speak. Malk might be watching this as we speak. And if he is, good morning to you, my friend. Oh, that's interesting. Right. Okay. No, I'm not getting technical. I'm just going to get technical and explain what I'd realised. So anyway, look, you can bang on about all of this jazz all you like, but what we're doing, what have we come here for? There's only one thing that Daz Hall turns up for other than banter, and that's Track Focus, everyone. So good morning, let's have it. On Track Focus this morning, we've got a few nice tracks to have a little digest on. And let's just get straight into it, shall we? Let's stop messing around. Right. Firstly, I think this has become just sort of started to become a part of the feature now of the Track Focus, where we have a look at the shot of the week. Now, I've actually got, it's one car, but I've took 2 shots. Not me. Let's reveal. The big reveal, everyone. But hang on, before we do that, No, no. Take that off the screen. Okay, I've blown it. There you go. Ah, God. It's a good job it wasn't a competition like prize winning slide and I just blew it. But there you go. One of the two shots of the week. They're both from the same car. This is the new Scalextric Williams FW45. And this is from MP Slot Car Massimo. He's got the right angles. This is what for me, having a wood routed track was going to be all about. Having the ability to take some really cool dioramic style photos of my slot cars and post them up on social media to get other people all inspired and stuff and all of that. Yeah, but anyway, that was that. So let's just do some comments while we're about the model shop and that before we move on. What do you mean you need some breakfast? You don't need breakfast, Albert. You need some action in your life. That is what it is. Yeah, Harry, well done. Sitting on your hands. Well done, Harry. Good man. She's trying to bait everyone. Yes. Imagine that, Slot R. Imagine that. Someone's got Carrera in there. And like our model shop here in Northampton, they've actually got some of those Polycar, the lower cost ones, which are really cool. The ones I showed you earlier with the Napa stickers on it. So I reckon that there might be some scope for some of those in there for sure. But it's just nice to see some other brands. You are absolutely on the money. They don't do model shops like this. Most of them are closed, says Tara. Yeah, absolutely right. Yeah, I think that's going to work. All right, let's get them comments back up. Massimo's track is also... So, Dan, excellent, Dan. I was waiting for someone to do this. I always forget about this. Is where we've got a website to look at. So, yeah, steam onto the website. Let's crash it. And we'll have a look. So, Slot Car Room says there's not many model shops around anymore. Nothing near him, which is a travesty, to be honest with you. And just to give you an insight of what we're talking about, everyone, if you just joined us, we've just been having a look at Malk's model shops. Because Malk here's his model shop here. And then here's the indoors. This is what we're talking about. And just get myself... So that's what we're looking at. Dave was saying it was nice to see other than Scalextric. I agree. People are getting excited for track focus. Don't worry, we'll get back to it in a second. We've got a question here. Can you put a camera on a car and drive that car around the track and then we all see the track? So live stream in a camera car. Yes, is the answer, Albert. So the man has just gone to bed, Rahul, and a few others are really good at filming camera cars. So what you do is you take the top off the car, you do it like this. Look, let's get a little shameless plug going on for Scalextric because I love them guys. So you get your Ford Escort RSR, one of the new ones from the latest releases. This is one of the best cars they've released all year. This car and this car, these two cars are the best they've released. So anyway, what you do, Alb, is you take the top off, get rid of that. You have this, you put a GoPro on here, and then you can drive it around the track and it records. Or you can get some other tech that Rahul's got, which we probably couldn't pronounce in 15 languages. However, he seems to make that stuff work. George is getting this for, hang on a second. Oh, camera car. So Paul Sharp's got his Golf on Thursday. Right, let's get back onto it. So just covering off them comments for a moment. This was shot of the week. I really, really like this. This is a good... Firstly, it's a nice car. Stay tuned. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And secondly, it is dynamite on Massimo's track. Check it out coming round this bend here. just really, really love his racetrack because he's worked on it for a few years now. He's got it going on. Mass is lucky because he's in one place and he's done his track and he's built it and he's sceneried it and it's amazing. Yeah, we seem to keep having interruptions here at Track Fans TV, whether it's folding businesses, whether it's evolving children, or whether it's moving house. It just doesn't seem to be a dull moment in the den. Right, so let's have a look. Fox is saying the mighty dollar euro cash, mighty dollar pound euro cash is king no more. Well, get some bitcoins in your life then. Great looking car for him, says Harry. Yeah, Vince likes Albert likes this one. Whoa, he said. And then Dan is piping in with get an old Scalextric racing truck and use the chassis from it to support GoPro. Yes, of course, it's all there. That is right. Yes, of course, it's a Be careful of low-flying bridges, though. It makes complete sense to have a truck because it's got that. Yes, I remember your build. You had the magnetic racing offcuts on it and you built that framework. I love that. In fact, Dan, you must send me a picture of that in WhatsApp so I can share it with next week's show. The curb detailing, yeah. Check that out, is what the yellow bit there is. Albert, the yellow bit is called curb detailing. That's what Tara is referring to on this picture, that yellow bit. Stunning job. Stunning job. Nice. Right, so yeah, actually, just out of interest, Fox, are you deleting your own messages? Because it says here, Fox and Walls, message retracted. Now, are you retracting that? Is one of the spanners retracting that? Or is YouTube's hang on. Or is it YouTube's like I don't know, sensitivity blockers blocking that? I need to know because I've set sensitivities to a certain level and I don't want it to get in the way of creativity at all. So, okay, let's get back to it. Right, let's go for our first track, everyone. We've got a track to come in with. Why don't we start with the heavy hitters first, yeah? So, in the chat, right here, right now, whose track is this? Carrera Masterpiece. You know whose track it is. It's the H-Dogs track. Harry, it's his track. I like it. Check it out. Let's get a bit of a close-up going on. Now that is a nice bit of kit. Very nice bit of kit. What I need to do, though, is get my head out of the shot a little bit. There you go. That'll do. So Harry has got not one, but 2 tracks in his house. I have no idea what your secret is, Harry. I mean, how'd you get away with this? So, like, rock up, like, yeah, I'm taking over the spare room with another track because I'm bored of just one track. Gotta have 2 tracks. No, I'm only kidding you, Harry. You know that, but it is looking good. I do like it. You've got the rockery. You've got the is that AstroTurf I can see going on there. Oh yeah, please, yeah, Dan. I've just seen your comment about redesign. Yes, please, mate. Ford Escort Beer Shelf Edition. Ah, that is funny. Nice layout, Harry, says Daz. Chris, actually, just going back one, says MP's track is one of his favourites. Love that. Well done. We've got... Oh, okay. Cheers, Fox. Thanks for letting me know that you retracted it. Appreciate it. MP Slots Carrera track. Done a great job on his layout. Exactly. So Harry is just critiquing MP. He's just mentioning that a kindergarten... it just come out of kindergarten. He needs to step it up a bit. Love it. Now we're on to Harry's track. Sorry about that. I'm just just got to get a little bit more fluid with my with where the comments are. I think I might need a second monitor, you know, to do this properly. However, we will get there. Okay, yeah. Well, that's the worst thing you need is Fox and Tara in a room together, or a live chat together. Behave yourselves. Okay, so Doug loves Mass's track. He'll catch up on that. Pete, Albert, I did say beer. I might have a beer later. Who knows? And Harry's saying that Mrs. Harry is very understanding. Well, good, because you'd need to be. There's no way you're going to get a spare bed in there. Unless you did a Slot Car Daddy. And you should subscribe to his channel, Harry's channel, everyone's channels. Because Slot Car Daddy, he has his track in his garage on a winch system. So he pulleys it up to the ceiling. Honestly, it's amazing. This is a big track. Quite technical at the top as well. Yeah, I like it. Well done, Harry. Thanks for the share on that one, mate. So Harry's got it. Harry knows that he sent me the pictures of this track and invited me to comment on it, which is exactly what I did. Okay, sure. Right, now, the next track I'm going to share with you is breathtaking. So I hope you're ready for it. Here it is. Scalability. You can see the people. Look at the size of that bank at the back. This isn't a new track. It isn't a new image. I've taken it from some archives because sometimes I think that, yeah, up until now, up until last week, I've predominantly been doing on the money tracks as they're coming out right here, right now, the latest mod contracts that you can get and doing that. But I think we're missing a trick because we often learn from history. That's quite a normal thing to know, yeah? And so we learn from history. Now, why don't we learn from historical tracks? Makes sense. Awesome. And it gives us an insight to be able to go back over and pull out some amazingly good tracks. Right, just take a coffee. Wow, that coffee is piping hot still. We're an hour and a half in and it is... No, we're an hour in. Sorry, I beg your pardon. And the coffee is still hot. I'm still loving life. It is all good. Actually, on that note, if you've joined us recently and you're not sure what's happening here, every week we cover a track focus, which is a segment of the show where we go in and we take a breakdown of amazing tracks just like this one here. And then what we do with that is we get some critique from the live chat. We see what people want to do, what they're thinking. And then we might take some inspiration and we'll get that from exactly images like the one that you can see on your screen right now of amazing. This one's the Mid-America Raceway and Hobbies in Bloomington, IL, which I think is short for Illinois. Is that right? Or someone correct me. There might be some Americans in the chat still awake. Otherwise, Dave Slotar will tell me because he knows this stuff. He's very connected with the Americans. Right then, so I'm on it now. Look, see, I'm on it. Right, let's have a look. So Tara's saying, how many lanes is that? That is, count them up, Albert. 1, 2, 3. And Albert, you can count. Wilf, count them up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you getting this, Albert and Wilf? Oh no, I need to do it in English. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lanes of pure adrenaline-filled slot car racing action. Imagine the speed you can get down here. And the speed does not stop in a corner because it's banked. You can nail it. Excellent. Thank you very much, Daz. Appreciate that. Need magnets if the car is slow to not fall out that track. No, you need traction. You need more grip and everything. So we just had Janu. There you are on screen, mate. Good morning. So, and so yeah, John D's just confirmed. It is 8 lanes. It is 8 lanes. The banked curve at the bottom of the straight is huge. Cheers, John D's going for Illinois as well. So Slotar Pete, Mid-America Raceway is also Mid-America Products, who make all the stuff we use to make Mr. D's slot drag racing cars. Oh, I didn't know that. Awesome. Because I don't scratch build the cars, the drag cars in particular, I wouldn't have known that. So yeah, appreciate that, mate. Thank you for that. I'll just put that on the screen for a moment so that people can get the benefit of that live chat as they're maybe watching back at a later stage. So if you are watching back as well, just a reminder about the adverts. I'm really sorry, but there's no adverts during the live show. And as soon as that's finished, I'll pop the adverts on. It will take about a day before the SD version is uploaded. The standard definition version of the video is uploaded. And when that's uploaded, I can go into it and I can sort out the frequency of those adverts. But until that's done, I can't. So, you know, it is what it is. So no adverts live, adverts afterwards. I hammer adverts. And then as soon as it's ready and I can filter it, regular adverts. So all good. Thanks for that, Dave. Just wanted to keep that on the screen for a moment while people digest that. So especially for the guys over in the US of A who have easy access to that. Easy access to that. I remember just off piece the moment, earlier in the year or late last year when George at Area 51 was doing his midget build competition. Midget Albert is a small car, not a little person, and he said you got to get your midgets in and all of this. So I was like, right, okay, cool. Went to, I think it was Atlanta Hobbies or something like that, which was the one that sold the midget kits, and they don't ship outside the USA. However, there is definitely going to be a way, because Rob Swift got one. It's a Swift Slots YouTube channel. Go back a few videos for him, but he done a midget and it's like just incredible. Just incredible. You want to see like engineering on steroids for slot car, go and watch that video. It's incredible. He literally does all the brass and this and that and he's got going on, and then it just like nails it. And I'm like, that right, go home, it's all over. No, it's not like that. Rob's a lovely guy. And to be honest with you, if you asked him how to do it, he'd take time out of his schedule to share and show, because he's just such a nice guy. So well done, Rob. Keep coming, keep bringing it to us. You need speed for this track, says Lionel. UC slot cars. We race slot it and NSR on track like that. UC slot cars. I've got to ask, is that you, Joel? Is that you? What's your actual name? UC slot cars. Because if you're Joel, I'm going to get very excited because you're top guy. And I saw your track call as well, if you are. If not, no worries. I'm just catching up with the comments. Usually need to take a banked curve like that flat out. Definitely would. You're a joker. We don't have secrets in our relationships. We don't have it. Unless Walls has already booked a ticket and secretly said he's coming. Okay, what we got? And learning how to zigzag around sharks. Yeah. There you go. Thanks, Pete. Ad breaks during live and we miss someone. Play back the vid pauses during the ads and I miss time. Yes, that is a brilliant comment. It does that. It does that because you're like, you get the advert and then everyone's laughing at something when the ad finished and you're like, what did I miss? And then you go back and then you're not in the live chat because they're 2 minutes ahead of you or whatever it is. That's a great comment. So yeah, no, well done. Oh, Dave, sorry, mate. I beg your pardon. I like it. So we got, well, I call him Hub. So I have to think of an appropriate nickname for you now, Dave, because there's too many Daves. We've got Shotgun Dave, we've got Dave Slot R, we got you, we got a few other Daves as well. Oh, we could call you Dave the Rave. That's nice. Just say Joel, you're Joel, and you might get a prize. That is it. Right, we'll get you a prize. No, don't, because you'll never know. Me and Joel have good banter, so you never know what kind of prize you might get. All right, let's go on to the next track. Come on, we come here to see tracks. Right then. Okay, so this is interesting. Now, I've known the gentleman here for a little while. He did contact me earlier in the year, wanted to meet up at the UK Slot Car Festival to talk about his tracks and things like that. But I said, yeah, cool. Nearer the time, drop me a note. We'll arrange at the event, get together, have a coffee, have a natter. I am very busy at the event, so if we can plan it, it's going to be a lot more conducive than you seeing me and going, let's have a chat. And I'm running over to see Dave's slot car stunt show, which is a timed affair. And if I'm not there on time, I don't get front row seat, and I'll miss start of the show. And so I often have like a schedule at these shows. It's I might make it out. I might make it look like I'm having fun and I'm freewheeling and all of this, and you know, but I am actually driven on a schedule. I've got things to do, people to see. I've made meeting arrangements with heads of brand, with company owners, with just wonderful people all around the show. I even make like meetings with, like, here you go. Slot R and I broke out and had a meeting at the UKSF because we wanted a chat. We chat online all the time. We chat online all the time, but we never actually sit down and have a decent coffee or a beer in that case, and a one-on-one, face-to-face, look in the eyes kind of chat, and I enjoy that. So I don't want to be like heading over to meet Dave for the coffee and then someone go, oh yeah, 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 and then 20 minutes later you get there and Dave's gone because he ain't waiting for anyone, because he also is busy at the show getting the most from it. So yeah, so no, it's like, it's proper. So I've missed the tracks for a little while, and from what I understand, he builds modular tracks. So you buy a section of track and then you just put it together and you have a track, and you can buy different sections and create different things. In the late stages of Slot Track Scenics, they were developing this concept, but they couldn't get it to fly. They were actually developing the concept with Scalextric inlaid into the module. So Albert, what that means is that you can break this track into three. Let me explain how this works with picture. Yeah, so this should help. I just move myself out of the screen. So here you go. Look at the screen now. What you see is the yellow lines on the track. Yep. So they're the divides in the track. You pull the tracks apart at those points and you put it in the attic, or you put it in the garage, or you pack it away, or you take it to a friend's house, set it up, and you're racing. It's like a compact portable track, a little bit like Brompton cycles for slot cars. You fold it up and portable it away. Love it. So let's grab some of your comments, see if you're like a snap-in. Yeah, exactly right, Albert. Yeah. Doug's giving it some love. He's saying it is Mr. Tracks are so clean. And Dave the Rave, UC Slot Cars, is currently in discussions with him to cut a new track for him right now. That's right. I'm sure this guy's Australian as well, isn't he? I'm pretty sure of it. Yeah. Oh, Pat's just mentioning that UC is all over it. Well done. Yeah, so there you go. Track focus, as Daz says. Here you are. Now, apparently, this is a fast track. It looks like a fast track because it's got long straights. I'd definitely have it like a catch fence up on that top, the one nearest to us at the bottom of the screen. I'd definitely have a catch fence up on that for sure. Because I would like wing into that 100 miles an hour and it would be done for. Right then, anyway, should we go on to the next track? So that's Mr. Tracks. You can find Mr. Tracks on Facebook. So do go and have a look at some other inspiration that he's doing. It's not, modules create different ideas. So he might have some tracks around the world that have been bought and been set up, that have been used and utilised. It would be really quite interesting to get a Mr. Tracks track at the UK Slot Car Festival, perhaps. So maybe one to think of there, perhaps. Just throwing it out there, really. Okay, next we've got Nathan. Nathan Dade. So Nathan has got a modest Scalextric track. I really like this. This is good. It is, I don't know where he's keeping it. I've got a feeling it might be in a garage, just based on, it looks like concrete floor and lots of stuff going on in the background. But anyway, let's take a look at the track itself. Is one of the rare people that actually have the crossroads section in it. Now, not many people have the crossroads section in it because it creates crashes. Now, crashes in the Track Fans HQ den is what it's all about. That's what we go crazy for. We cannot get enough crashes. However, if you do scratch building and you're doing a Brooklands race and you got your friends over and you've all spent 3 months building, spraying, decal in a car, you're not going to want that crossroads section in there, or you are literally going to stop when you get to it to make sure nothing's coming. You're going to drive like a proper driving. Let's check out some initial thoughts on this one. Yes, Harry was just mentioning as we pick up some thoughts on Jonathan's track. Harry was mentioning that on the Mr. Tracks track, you're definitely going to sort out your weak motors from the strong one. And Slotar agrees with me. Orbit is inevitable on the long track. Carnage at the crossroads, says Daz. You've got to have it. So on Mr. Tracks, the previous track, John D's raced at Mr. Track mobile raceways in Melbourne venues for the last 25 years on and off. Peter, VH. Yep, that's right. That's right. His name's Peter. Because we had banter. I said, are you Pete? And he goes, no, I'm a Peter. So I was stood corrected. Crashes in expensive cars. Yep. That is exactly what a crossroads going to do. Rob Sale is not a big fan of crossroads. Too many hard to find spoilers and spotlights. Well, yeah, this is the thing. If you're racing on your own, it's a barrel of laughs. It's good fun. If you're racing with 2, 3, 4 people, 6 people on a Scalextric Arc Pro or a Scalextric Sports Digital, it's a lot of carnage. 6, yeah, just wouldn't enter into that, I don't think. Really liked it though. The track was cool. Now, we have got our next track coming in hot. So what we just do is we'll pick up some comments about the last track first. See what's happening on that one. Tricky game of table tennis. Says Slotar. He wants a net. Pat says he's got to get a net. Old school lap counter. Don't see many of them used. Yes, indeed. Hang on a second. Am I being taken the mickey of here by my nephew? No? Yes? No? Who knows? Let's just go through some of these. Mr. Track's good, but doesn't answer their emails. Oh, really? Oh, okay. Well, that might have just got Thunderslot, not Thunderslot, Revo Slot off the hook. Damn it! It might have got that other Italian brand off the hook. Because the company that shan't be named, because it's just cost me £1. They don't answer their emails either. I tell you what, right? They want to hope that someone doesn't email them saying that the building's burning down and quickly evacuate. I am a master grasshopper. Yes, indeed. You watch me after the show. What's all this business here? Oh, I see. Oh, that's pretty cool. Right. I've got it. Oh, okay. Oh, that's really clever. Right. So the comment section is on the side of my screen here. And what it does is once I've highlighted the comment here, and then I unhighlight it so it comes off the screen, it's shaded in my list so that as I run up and down, I can easily see the comments I've not seen or responded to. That's genius. I just thought it was going grayed out because they were old. So if I can click this one, yeah, and then turn it off, and that's shaded and I can see the ones above. Oh, that's great. I'm possibly not going to miss much now. Let's have a look. Lots of demos on the Mr. Tracks YouTube channel. Well, look, let's go and check that out after this. Is there some new stuff on there, or is it historic stuff? We're going to come to the next track in a moment, and trust me, you're going to want to stick around. It's really good, and I like it because it's going to be one we're going to grow with. So it's an evolver. Yeah, I said it. And I did the right thing as well. It cost me £1. Mr. Tracks was also the first to register Mr. Slot Car, MR Slot Car. So Mossetti Racing went with MR Slot Cars, meaning Mossetti Racing Slot Cars. And I like Ernie Mossetti. He's one of the nicest guys in the business. Totally. So shall we move on to our final track? And it is a track. Here it is. You definitely knew you weren't getting off the hook, Pat, on this episode, didn't you? See? I've told you, see? I knew you was going to be on the show at some capacity, mate. There's no way you can drop a bomb on Monday or Tuesday that you did and not be picked up and acknowledged or recognised around us lot. So, all right. So, as it knows, Pat's ill. All right. We'll just leave it there. It's serious. So, Pat he's been teetering on a wood routed track for a little while. And, there's nothing like, a disaster to put ourselves into priority. Life's for living. We're going to live the shit out of life, innit, Pat? That's what we're doing. So we've been having chats through the week on whatever you call it. And what's that one we use, Pat? Messenger. That's it. That's how little I use it. I mean, even Slotar is now talking to me in WhatsApp. He's realised, write to me on Messenger, 3 days for a reply. Message me on WhatsApp, 3 seconds. Only because I've got WhatsApp set up on my laptops. So generally as I work away, I see it pop up. I'm like, oh yeah, I want to talk to Pat. I want to talk to Slotar. So, yeah. So Pat is got a battle. That's the way we're addressing it. He's got a battle on his hands. He's got the most amazing network around him, his friends and family. They're not giving him a second to sit around. Look at that track. So Pat's got his track in, and him and his family are doing it up. They're on a schedule. The schedule is as quick as possible. And if you saw the track, if you can, Pat, if you've got the ability later or at some point, in between managing this like humdinger of a track, Can you share some before pictures with us, please? Like send us some pictures of it when you got it, because that's the missing link for me at the moment. I'm missing the start off pictures. But I can assure you from the pictures I've seen here and there through the week, this did not look like this at the start of the week. It's a mega track, a mega wood routed track. Him and his family have done it up. They are literally coming leaps and bounds, and I couldn't be happier. I could not be happier. So let's pick it up. Let's see what we are saying in the chat. So here we go. Right. So we've got Does the man. That is amazing, buddy. Well done, Pat. You've got best track ever from Slot R. Mad Dad, Slot R, Conquest Racing, track fans, billboards are ready. Well done. Rob is saying it looks incredible. It's an understatement, Rob. It looks amazing, amazingly incredible. Excellent setup for Pat. Yep, can't wait to see the Aussie show live on that. Yes, you know it. All of the Aussies, their boys are doing a road trip. They're getting up to see Pat in January. From what he was telling me last night on the video that he put out last night, the update. Yeah, Pat, you said you weren't doing no more videos, but you're too nice, mate. You're too nice. And when people do nice things for you, you literally want to share that love. It's what I love about you. There's so much love. I love you, mate. You know, that is it. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, put a pound in the jar, Pat. Can't wait to do a few hundred laps on this soon, says UC Cars. If you just bunked in and you're joining us now, we're just having a look over Pat's massive track. And it is exactly what I'm saying. Huge. That was from Dave. He's saying a few hundred laps on that. That's coming in. Pat, that's technical, says Tara. Wishing you love. Big love from Fox, because I know that Walls is too manly to put hearts in his message. So that's definitely Fox. Big love to you. Pound in the pot from Albert. That has gone in the pound. I said a word that I'm not allowed to say on the show. It's my own rules. The Doug is saying the inside lane coming off of that bridge is tight. Let's just have a quick look at that. Now, Doug's got some agency in this now, because he's done 2 major races this year. He's killing me at racing. So he did the Nationals, the US Slotted Nationals earlier in the year, in July to be precise. And he's just done the NSR Western race where they did some sterling commentary there. So, yeah, coming off that bridge, that is some hot to handle. Okay, so that is some track, Pat, says Paul Sharp. And I don't care what you call this. Slot R is calling it Bakehurst, which is Backhurst, I beg your pardon, which is wordplay on Pat's name, Pat Backers. I was calling him Bakers for about a year. I mean, talk about. So yeah, Pat Backers, and it's now called the Backhurst. Come up with the last bit. Backhurst Circuit, Backhurst Arena, Backhurst Raceway, Backhurst Course, Backhurst. Answers in a pot. Pat's picking it. So Harry said it to Pat. He loves this new track. Proper club standard track. And it will be when Shane and Dave Hubsters get their candy butts up there in January and wire this up. Although I've got a sneaking feeling, right, the rate and the pace this is going, Pat, right, is not going to sit around waiting for the Australian crew to rock up and wire it up. I've got a little bit of a feeling he could get itchy feet on this. I don't know. Pat, let me know in the comments. I bet you've been looking at wiring, though. I just know what you like. Well, let's face it, you've got time on your hands now, so you've got the time to have a little look in there. Don't waste time on it, though. Time is our most important commodity. I mean, we always said this. Rahul, me, you, even Slot Car, Wild Man. Eric says it. You know, when he can be bothered to do some live streaming. I'm joking, Eric! Give some pictures of your dog, mate. It never gets old. Oh, hang on. What was that I just said? Oh, missing my cues here and everything. Look, dogs, dogs, dogs on the screen. Right, back on point. Let's have a look at the track. I'll keep reading some of the comments out while we got the track on screen. But yeah, so to finish Harry's comment, it's a great restoration, a purchase and restoration job Pat's family have done. Awesome work on this. Yeah, they have literally put in a shift. So all of the Backer family, you know, you've done well. You've done really well. No, thanks, Pat, mate. It's an impressive track from John D. Hang on. Yeah, good. Right. Hang on. He's just arrived, everyone. He's just arrived. Aha. There you go. Good. Slot Cars of Atlanta. Jamal, good morning. Have a blessed day. We were literally, Jamal, we were having a look at Pat's track. Obviously, you know, Pat's ill because he told us on Tuesday, so we were enjoying his track. It's the final track of Track Focus, in honesty. So we'll crack on with this show. We've got a few slides left to do because we're getting to other news now. And as we get closer to the dreaded C word, and yes, no, it's not the sordid C word. It's the, I can say it, Christmas. There you go. Boom. Hello, in other news, let's get on with it. So just while we're doing other news, I would like to say, you know, if you're having a great time, just remember, boosh, hit the like button for us. It's going to help. And then we'll get back into it like this. So first thing to talk about, and yeah, interesting, is quickly rejig this as I put it on the screen. Yeah. And we put them face down here. Just readjust the screen a little bit so I'm not in Eric's face. So if you're thinking about like what to do, Christmas ideas, or if you're thinking of trying out some new tech, I was listening to the Track Call podcast. I actually listened to this when it come out, but I didn't really have a platform for it at the time. But the guy in the top right hand corner is a gentleman called Eric, lovely fella from Synapse. Really, Synapse is his sort of controller business. Now, we obviously know of True Speed, and we know of Defalco, and we know of Slot It, you know, the SCPs, and there are, you know, other controllers available. I'm not going to go through the whole spectrum of controllers, but this one seemed to me of a bit of interest. You know, it made me sort of think about the next generation of controllers, because this is actually digital. And I'm going to do a little bit of research on this, but I just wanted to bring this to people's attentions because Eric's a great guy. You know, he's trying to do something, develop something, give something back to the hobby generally. And I think this might be one to put on your radar, because if you haven't listened to Track Call and you're not in America, or you don't go to the races, you don't know Eric, or you don't know whoever, then you're not going to know about this brand or this controller or this technology. So there you go. Hold on a second. Nico just arrived. Good morning, Nico. Here he is. I knew you just snuck in. There he is. Good morning, matey. We were just talking about Eric's controller. So I might see if I can borrow one of these. So what I would do with Eric, because I love him, I'd never ask him to send me one, is I might ask him if he can borrow me one. If he can send me one so I can have a go review, I will send it back to you, mate, because I have no idea how much they cost. But I'm quite intrigued to test out a digital race standard, you know, like a proper club racing level controller. Very intrigued indeed. So that was one idea. So the next thing to have a look at is a regurgitation of a couple of slides, but they are our friends. And it finally, I know that Dave Kennedy mentioned this on Slot Car News on Friday. He mentioned he did a big play on how little he's covered magnetic racing over the recent months. And you know, it was a heartfelt, groveling apology that he wants to make you know, do his bit and just try and keep them on his radar. So fair play to him. He did mention these billboards. Now these billboards are stunning. They are absolutely cracking because they're 3D and they're multi-scale. So you can get a HO on the bottom row, or you can get your 1 in 32 scale at the top there. They're going to be doing more designs, I believe. And yeah, if you just, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's like trying to get some depth and dimension on your tracks, trying to get the layers. So you, as you look over one billboard row, you see maybe some rock carving, and as you look past that, you see some other stuff, you know, some lighting or whatever it may be. So it's just trying to get that balance on your track right. And I think these 3D I think these 3D Dewberry Robs, what am I talking about? Yeah, these 3D things are pretty effective, to say the least. Definitely so, because you know what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, I get that, Rog. Rog is saying that you don't need an expensive fancy controller. He is super fast and consistent and gets away without one. Yes, Roger. And if anyone watches Roger's live streams, do take a sedative beforehand, because when you see him get his brand new car out of the box on the track, he's driving it like he stole it. Literally, I'm like, I can't watch. He's gonna go. It's gonna go. And then he never does. He's such a good driver. So yeah, I take your point. Definitely. Oh, good morning, good evening. It is like, wow. I think it's something like 2 in the morning where Ted is. We were talking about you earlier, Ted. Don't panic. It's all good. At the moment, Ted, we're talking about Magnetic Racing's 3D billboards, which are available on the website, ready to go. Get down there and make it happen, right? Because, you know, it helps. We saw these wheels last week, the Hyper 2 wheels from Staff Slot Cars UK. Now, I think that Nico did on his video yesterday, that he did his unboxing for, of the authentic Scalextric Golf GTI Mark 1 that I sent him. He won the competition right here on Track Fans TV, everyone. And I sent him it, and he passed comment, which I thought was hilarious, because he said that right at the bottom of the box, like kind of down here, there was some coffee stains. So he definitely knew it was an authentic Track Fans TV competition, because I wallop coffee around these parts for fun. That's why I've got the lid on this week's mug. So Hyper 2, definitely on the charts. What I'll do, if I've got the time, should have the time, is I'll develop a couple of the wheel options that you can get from Staff Slots, because he's like a little rat up a drain pipe when it comes to R&D, research and development. He is smashing it out. He's got wheels for all cars, all occasions. So we're loving that. Yeah, you guys are saying the same thing. The billboards have really added to the Slot Car Room's track. Great finishing touches. Great to have the Golf one to build as well. Hi, Ted. Hi, mate. Harry, you won't be disappointed. The models are brilliant. Okay. So, yeah. And then... Okay, so we got some feedback from Dan. £295 for one of those controllers. I believe we're talking about the Synapse ones. Yeah, Dan. I mean, totally in it. But to be honest with you, so that's like 300 quid for that controller. Did you have you thought about buying a Michael Nemus car recently? Or what was the other one? Who are pricey at the moment? Thunderslot, 100 and odd quid for a car. Incredible. Okay. So hang on a second. We've got some congratulations in the house for Ted, Slot Card Daddy. He's just got back from his granddaughter's graduation party. Ted, you're too old for that party, mate. You shouldn't be there. Just saying. What does RN mean? Just out of interest. I don't know what it means. So she's fully qualified. We'll find out what an RN is in a moment from Ted. Thank you, mate. But so I take it Fred's had a few woo-woos down the party and is slightly inebriated. Just bear with him. It might take him oh, that's a lovely comment, mate. That's a lovely comment. Here you go. Right. I've just seen, so Jamal said he's just seen your track and it looks amazing. And he follows the lead with all of us. You're all in our prayer. You are in all of our prayers, and you know fully well I am not in the slightest remotely religious. I respect religion, and the bigger trouble I get in, the more likely I am to pray. But generally, I'm not religious because, and I'm sorry for those who are out there who are religious, but you know, when you have children with bone cancer, it's a bad argument. So anyway, moving swiftly on. We've got a new sheriff in town for the show for the yep, here it is. I've got myself one of these bad boys. No, I'm only joking. Look at this. I mean, look at these prototypes. They are significantly nice. And just you see this and you just think to yourself, if only maybe if someone out there was possibly able to put this into a slot car form for me, that might be a nice touch. I reckon that would be a nice touch, actually, if someone can make these into slot cars. But hang on, someone has. Avant Slot have done it. Look at that. That is awesome. I've got, so let's just rewind, everyone. Let's take a look at the prototype. There it is. And then we take a look at the Avant Slot. There it is. And we'll have another look. There it is. They've done a good job. They've done a pretty cool job. I mean, tell me what your thoughts on these. I quite like, I know it's a bit snacky, but I really quite like tyre detailing on tyres. I know it's like really snacky. Like, I love it when you get the Formula One cars and they've got the big circle around there and they've got the writing of the tyre manufacturer on the tyre. It just gives a little bit more depth and a little bit more character to the actual overall vehicle. You know, you got the brilliant livery and then there's these black wheels. Well, we're having the little tyre art on there. It just freshens it up a bit, innit? Yeah, slot car dude. It's a must for him, those Avant Slot beauties. Dan is saying in the background here, LMP hypercars are stunning. That wing is coming straight off, says Daz Hall. Yay, that's the one Ted has just mentioned. He's been out with Stella for the night. My man, that is exactly who I go out with as well. So while I'm not there, I'm glad you're keeping a company, my friend. That's what I might see her this afternoon. Yeah, I'll give her a ring. Stella. Madame Stella, as we say here. Yes, Harry agrees. He's loving the tyre detailing. Really sorry I can't get these comments on the chat on this particular setup, but it will be rectified next week 100,000%. So as we move forward, yeah, just a quick one for any of you guys out there, you know, who are in the slot car hobby, you know, if you're doing some 3D printing, if you're doing some figure painting, if you're making cars and selling the like racing replicas, if you're building, spraying and selling cars, if you're like me, you do some merchandise, if you're or Rahul even at Conquest Lair. They're your two go-to merch providers on the whole wide web. If you are an actual distributor, you know, you're a full hog like Electric Dreams or Pendle or Slot Car Union, get in touch with me. Let me know what you're thinking. I don't charge to promote stuff. We're a small hobby. And, you know, let's face it, it's never going to be as big as RC. It's never going to be as big as Warhammer because it's quite an expensive hobby, even at the entry level. And B, it's a hobby rather than a long how do you say it, a long lasting toy. Now if you've got kids and they're 8, Scalextric slot cars, Polycar, Carrera, whatever your brand is, where you're from, it's a long lasting toy. So it's a toy that lasts a bit longer than most toys, but it doesn't stand the test of time. Whereas a hobby starts out as a hobby and becomes a passion. See? Boosh. So we've got that going on. Yeah, do use it. And then here you go. Plug, 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 plug. Plug a lug a lug. Plug, plug. Christmas is coming. Plug. And just in case, you know, you're wondering what you can get from there, let me be the model. So you can get some of this. It's not just track fan stuff. It's slot car racing stuff, everyone. If you want a custom made, if you've got a club or a team, or you're buying for a loved one and you want to put an inside joke on the t-shirt with a slot car, let me know. And we will get it on the go. Hang on a second. Right, we've got a deal of the week coming on here from Paul Sharp. Deal of the week, Carrera Go at Costco, 2 F1 cars, wireless controllers and loads of new items at 83 quid, down from 130. That is not a bad idea. Not a bad shout at all. Yeah, yeah. Opinions vary on these comments, you know. Yes, we are going to Gaydon. And did I just see? Oh no, Rob is going Christmas shopping, everyone. He's sold out. He's sold out. But to be honest with you, Rob, apart from a cheeky plug on the merch store, generally you know what happens when you see the next slide. Boosh, it's the Slot Car magazine. Everyone, I did pick it up last week. That I think they missed a trick on this one because they've got this on the screen and they've got a different front cover like this one here. I'm in a wide angle mode, innit, where you can see everything. So right, so here we go. Yeah, while I'm on wide angle, we are going to wrap the show up in a couple of minutes, guys, so just be mindful of that. What you see here as I point down to it is the audio side of it, audio side of the session. So what I'm going to learn later today, like last week I learned how to do the comments, and I also learned how to share pages and insert web pages, so I can just share with you a web page. This week I'm going to learn how to use that audio thing. I'm also going to learn how to get background music on. Background. Road. And I'm going to build up my library of funny images. So if you know any funny images you want to see popping up in it, like cat pictures, dog pictures never get old. See if I can get it so I can get some memes or something that like If we think that something's terrible, then we can get something like, I don't know, we can get it to explode or something in a picture. That is going to be amazing. Right, let's have a look. Oh, yeah. Tom, what's up with Dan? He just saw the price of the Synapse hand controller, but that's okay. It's in prototype. So Mr. D, yes. Brentwood slot drag racing is on today in Brentwood. So get on Facebook, find Mr. D slot drag racing. They're doing either a live feed of the drag racing, so you can watch that, or if you're local or can be bothered, like you've got the car, you've got the time, you can you can get down there. Get down there. They've got cars, they've got controllers, they've got the right approach. It's a lovely place to be. And Steve D, he's the nicest guy in the hobby, so he is going to literally look after you. He's going to teach you about it. He's going to lend you stuff. He's going to make you feel good about it. So yeah, if you can get to Brentwood and you fancy a bit of slot drag racing, do go down there. If Sean Illett's there, do make sure you give him some banter from me, only because he's good for it. Right then, let's see. Okay, right. I think then, guys, I think that is a wrap for the day. We've seen some amazing things today. Just to round up and just to summarise the session. Yep. See you later, Dave. Nice one. Foremostly, I'd like to it's been exactly 7 days to the moment that I found out that my right hand man was ill. We can't have it. We're going to fight it. Well, I'm not. He is. All he needs to know is he's got some ferociously supportive and positive people behind him. Pat, you are the man. I love you, bro. You're going to get through this, not me or us. It's not us, it's you. But we are going to be there. Just look at it like the big guns at the rear. You got the heavy artillery. We just parked the tanks on your lawn, mate. That's it. The tanks have rocked up. Look at us over here. We're like the artillery from far away, and we got some big bombs. So now get in there, Pat. This week's going to be positive. This week's going to be good. This week's going to be, we're going to find some stuff out. You are, and we're going to find it out even. So no, whoever you need to, whenever you need to, everyone in this chat is there for you. I'm there for you. Your family are ultimately living in there with you. So keep positive, Pat. Keep positive, mate. We're rooting for you. And generally don't think you're off the hook, because I might be ill. It doesn't mean you're a retard. We are going to give you like proper stick and banter all through the week because that's what we do. All right. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling because it is what it is. It is what it is, and we are going to. Yeah, there you go. I want to leave with this comment on the screen from the man Harry, who looks like he can kick some ass. Or is it he's an ass? I can't work it out. I'm joking before I get cancelled. Anyway, from one ass to another, Harry, I'll see you later. Let's help Pat give his illness a good ass kicking. And on that note, track fans, I'll see you later. All together now. Track fans! Oh no! Pop-up box! Again, track